Hi, grade 4. I'm Miss Iman Said from Learn with Teacher Iman channel. Today I will resume Unit 7. Last class we took last two videos. We took lesson 1 and lesson 2. I will make a quick revise, then I go to the new lesson today. But before I will go to I would like to say don't forget to make share, like, subscribe to my channel, send you new videos. Let's go to our unit today. Today I will resume. Unit 3, lesson 3 in Unit 7. Last class we took some vocab in lesson 1 like city, building, river, forest, desert, village, oasis, mountain. We know some extra vocab like quiz, life, the widest, kilometer, Australia, clearly, the Nile, interesting, the shortest, the longest, and we know that the shortest and longest is what kind of adjective is called superlatives, or called superlatives. I think we know these last two videos, okay, during explaining this lesson. Okay, here is superlatives. We call these superlatives, and we know the superlatives of one syllable and superlatives of more than one syllable. We use what? We use the most, and we put the adjective, like we say, the most beautiful, the most careful, and so on. Okay, this is with two syllables in superlative form. Okay, let's continue the rest of the unit because I would like to start lesson 3 this video. Here is the widest, both Amazon, kilometer, center, earth, Australia, shore, Cairo Tower, clearly, branch, and reptiles. We know how to pronounce some words like desert. We say desert with pronounced as Z. Village would pronounced as this sign. Okay, we can go to the dictionary and see this sign. We know the regular and irregular verbs, and we know the regular verbs must be added by ed, like this: sounded, decided. Irregular verbs changed, collected, like bring, brought, think, thought. And we do some expressions. And some of you saying, Miss Iman, what is the benefit from expression and phrases? Expression and phrases is important for us. Why? Because we are going to write a paragraph. So this expression and phrases is important for us to write a good paragraph. Okay, so we must know. And I would like to say that the paragraph is from the topics that we learned during the year. So we must study some sentences to help you in writing the paragraph. Okay, here we have, of course, the whole of Egypt. Come on, bring life. That is like last one. Here is some important sentence. Let's know it together. The Nile brings life to the whole of Egypt. The Nile is 6,670 kilometers. It will like traveling to the center of the earth. The Nile has two branches, and I would like to know this very well. Some of you can't answer me if you ask about the Nile, how many branches of the Nile. You can't know this. So the Nile has two branches, to know it. Okay, here we have Oasis, and Oasis is plural. We know here the famous names that must be written in capital letter, like Egypt, Australia, Nile, Amazon, Cairo Tower, because these famous places must be written in this way. Last class I read this text and answer the question below this text. Last class also we know the structured grammar of the adjective form, of the superlative form, in how to do it in but here not in more than one syllable. It's here we know it in one syllable. We say they and put est to the adjective, and we know how and how long and how many, and we know how long to ask about length, how long to ask about the length, and here is how long to ask about plants, and how many to ask about what? To ask about numbers, as we know during the two last videos that we took it before. You can return to the videos and revise what we told last videos. Let's continue the rest, because I would like to start the lesson today, our lesson today. We know this information. The Nile is the home of different kinds. We know that the Nile is the home of different kinds of fish, birds, and turtles. And we have the longest reptile that called the crocodile. I think so. The Nile crocodile. We know it here. And we answer this exercise. Lesson 2, when we go to lesson 2, we know some also vocab that's important to know it, like memories, tracks, chorus. Here's chorus. This is called chorus. Chorus, excited, a closing of moment, a quiet, visitors, space, ground, middle, smile, inside. And here we know some vocab, as some verbs, irregular and irregular and irregular. And we know the regular must be added ed to the verb, like lived, like wandered, like built, like glued, and so on. Here we have irregular verbs like grow, grew, say, said, dig, dug. Here is dug. This is the past of dig. Find and found. Here we have some expressions I would like to know it from all over the world. Look at, pull up, pull out, a big smile on his face, look inside, sit down, sit down, sit down. Here is some sentences I would like to know it. Grandpa lived in a village near closing of moment. The village was very quiet. He poured a metal books when he was 8. It was a books of his memories. We know we read this text last class and we answer the question below. Last class we took the past simple tense, and we know when we use it, we use this tense to expressing what, as we know last class, the action that happened and ended in the past. When we do what? When we narrate. Okay, what the meaning of narrate means? To tell the story that happened last day. Here is narrate. It's called narrate. Okay, when we make a narrate, we use this we use this form of tense. Action happened and ended in the past. I would like to know this. Okay. And as we know that we have verbs that adding ed and verbs that adding ed and verbs changed correctly. And when we ask in this type of verb, what can I do? I put did. When we make yes no question, I put did. I put did, and we return the verb to what? To the steam form. We return the verb to the steam form. Like what? Did you say? We have did you go? Don't say want. Okay, and we know if we say want, some of you saying when we say did you want Miss Iman, what can we take here? We take 0. Okay, as we told you before, when we have did, the did replace the verb in the past, as we do in the present simple tense. Okay, we can't add as when we put does. Okay, this is the same here in this form of this verb. Let's continue the rest of our lesson. Today we are going to lesson 3. Let's go to lesson 3 to know more about this lesson. In this lesson, we have main vocab. Let's know it together. We have here whole, pleased, delighted, excited, mice, and more. Here we have the adjectives of ed form, and we have an adjective ed form. And we know that adjective ed form used for what? For persons, okay? For persons. And adjectives adding ing form used with what? Ing form with what? With things. As we know, okay, with things. I would like to explain this in the separated paper to know it together. Let's go to the separated paper to explain, to know more about this rule. Here we have, I can say this, I'm bored. I will say I'm bored. So here I'm bored. So I expressing my emotion that I'm bored. Okay, this is what this is ample. So here this expressing what? Expressing me. So here it will be for what? For person. Okay, this for person. Okay, as we know. Okay. We can say, Miss Iman, this is the same, not the same adjective. I give you an adjective adding ed to explain when we put ed and when we put ing form. So this for person. I can write another example for something. We say this book is boring. We say this book is boring. This book, we say this book is boring. For example, is boring. So I'm expressing the book that is boring. So the book here is boring. So here what? Here I describing something. So here is things. Okay, this is the difference between things and what? This is the difference between things and person. In persons, adding ed only to the adjective. When we talk about something, we put ing form. So this is the difference between ed and ing form. Let's go to our lesson today. So here I explained you to I explained this for you. Let's go to another one here. So another one here. Here we have whole, pleased, delighted, excited, mice, moral. Here is the country, ground, seeds, pretty, pride, lights, reason, smoke, nose, incredibly. Here is incredibly means something I can't believe. Something is not believed. Something is not believed. Means not believed we can say something like horrible, not believed. Okay. So here we have incredibly. This is called incredibly. Go to another one here. Another word here. Have loud, scared, sounds, smells, and voice. Okay. As we told you before about the regular and irregular verbs, we added ed for the regular verbs like waited, started, covered, and prepared. Here with the verb changes completely, like give, gave, come, came, know, knew, catch, caught. Here we have some expressions here, as we know, full of, like full of. We have here catch a train. We can catch here we use catch in two ways. We use to catch a fish. This is the one who can catch, but here catch means to go to, is the opposite of miss. Okay, is the opposite of miss. If the bus miss me, I can say the train miss me. So here catch means I go to ride the transportation, used for transportation. Here we have catch a train, catch a bus, and so on. Okay, so here we have catch. Let's go to another one here. No reason to wait, prepared for. I would like to say this expression to note. Here is full of, prepared for, go back to. So here's this some expression around the corner. We say around the corner because this expression can be seen in the selected question. So we must know it to answer well in the exam. Here we have some pronunciations that silent that can be appeared in when we pronounce. Like what? Like pride, lights, delighted, ate. I will repeat again. Ate, delighted, lights, pride. Here we have S pronounced at Z, like this. We have noise, noise, reason, reason, noise, reason, noise, reason. Let's go to the text to read it together and answer the question below. As we know before that the story consists of what? Beginning, middle, and end. This is the part of the story. I would like to know it. Beginning, middle, and end. Let's read the story together to answer the question below. The question is this text is about what? About the city of the mouse. Let's know what's this story telling about. City mouse and country mouse. Let's know more about this topic. The city mouse visited the country. Mouse is in the hole in the ground. Country mouse was placed. He gave his friend grass and seeds. This is the first part in this story. Let's go to the middle. The city mouse said, thank you. You know, the city is pretty and full of bright lights. So here the city mouse describing the city that is pretty and full of what? Full of bright lights. Why don't you come and see? The country mouse was delighted and very excited. The city mouse stopped eating and said, there is no reason to wait. We can catch a train at 8. The two friends ran to the train just as it started to rain. In the city, the smoke from the cars covered the stores and the noise was incredibly loud. The country mouse was scared. He wasn't prepared for so many new sounds and smells. Suddenly, a cat's voice said, this is the sound of what? Of the cat. 2 mice and some bread. Okay, so this is the meal of the cat. Okay, because the cat loves to eat mice. Okay, cats like to eat mice. Run, run, run. said the city mouse. They ran around the corner. The country mouse said, "Thank you, my friend. The city is exciting, but it's time for me to go back to the country and back to where life is good, where life is good for me." Here we have, what food did the country mouse give the city mouse? Let's know it here in this part. Yes, yes, here in this part. The country mouse was give what? Give grass and seeds. This one. So the answer to be grass and seeds. This one. So I put here this. This is the question number 1. Let's go to another one here. To another question. To the next question. Here we have. Does the country mouse like the city? Why? Does the country mouse like the city? Yes, like it. Yes, they like it. Why? Because here is the country mouse was delighted and very excited. Here is the city mouse said, "Thank you. The city is pretty." Here is yes, right. Like the country. Why? Because they say that the city is what? Is pretty and full of what? And full of lights and full of lights. And full of lights. Okay, say that the city is pretty and full of light. This is the question number 2. So I can say yes, and this is the reason. Yes, yes, it does. Yes, yes, and continue the question, and then answer this for the reason. Okay, this is the question of this part. Let's go to another one here. to another item here in this part. Here we talk about what? Here we talk about, I would like to stop here this video, and next class I will continue. Here we have the singular and plural. We have mouse, and this is mice. Here is we have the irregular nouns in plural. As we have irregular verbs, we have irregular nouns. Like we say mouse, mice, man, mean. Here we have adjectives, ing form, and adjectives, eg form. I explained during the lesson, and saying when we talk about something like describing things that causes the emotion, like this. The city is exciting. The city mouse was very excited. Here I talk about what? About a person. Here is pros and cons, means advantage and disadvantage. Let's know the advantage and disadvantage. There are a few sounds and smells in the country. Here we say pros and cons, as advantage and disadvantage. In the country, there are few sounds and smells. In the this is in the country, life is slow in the country. This is the advantage and disadvantage. Life is slow and quiet. In the city, pretty and full of bright lights. In the city, the smoke from the car covers this is the disadvantage. The smoke from the cars covers the stores, and noise is incredibly loud. The moral here is the value you learn from a story that you read, or from a situation. The story has a moral. It says different people like different things. Means different people. This is the value that we took from this story. Different people like different things. It's the nature of any person to like the different things. To means to try to. If I see different things, I would like to try this thing. Okay. So here, this is the value from our story today. Today, I will stop here in this part. Next class, I will continue. I hope to enjoy our video today. Thanks a lot. Until we meet again. Goodbye.